So after that night, things started getting a bit stressful for Pahom. There was this lady who lived near the village, a small landowner with about 300 acres. She used to be pretty chill with the peasants, but then she hired this old soldier as her manager, steward. This guy was a total nightmare. He started slapping everyone with fines for the smallest things. Pahom tried his best to be careful, but you know how it is. Sometimes his horse would wander into the lady's fields, or a cow would end up in her garden. Every time it happened, Pahom had to pay up. He was so frustrated that he'd go home in a bad mood and take it out on his family. He was actually relieved when winter came and the animals stayed inside, even though it meant spending money on feed. At least he didn't have to worry about those annoying fines for a while. Then, during the winter, a rumor started going around. The lady was selling her land. Everyone heard that a local innkeeper was trying to buy it, and the peasants panicked. They thought, if that guy buys the land, he's going to be even worse than the manager. So the whole village got together and begged the lady to sell it to them instead. She agreed. At first, they tried to buy it as a group, but of course they couldn't agree on anything. The devil made sure there was plenty of drama and arguing. Eventually, they decided everyone would just buy their own little piece of land individually. Pahom saw his neighbor buying 50 acres and felt a major case of FOMO. He thought, everyone's buying land, and if I don't act now, I'll be left with nothing. Plus, I can't stand that manager anymore. He and his wife sat down and scrambled to come up with the cash. They had some savings, but it wasn't enough. So they got creative. They sold a young horse, sold half their bees, and even sent one of their sons out to work as a laborer to get his wages in advance. They even borrowed some money from a brother-in-law. Finally, they scraped together enough for a down payment on 40 acres. Pahom went to town, signed the papers, and just like that, he was a landowner. He planted his crops, and luckily, the harvest was great. Within a year, he paid off all his debts. He was finally farming his own land, cutting his own trees, and feeding his cattle on his own grass. He was so incredibly happy. When he walked through his fields, the grass and flowers looked different to him. They looked special, almost magical. Before, it was just land, but now that it was his, everything felt completely different.